ready. I'm about to leave. I'm going to meet Ali at King's Cross Station and we are going to get the Eurostar to Paris. We are going to Paris to see B.A.P. We're going to do some sightseeing and I thought I would vlog that for you guys, seeing as I have a vlogging camera, finally. So, we are in Paris, we survived, we've missed the riots, we have been to Shakespeare Books after dumping all of our crap off at the hotel, and now we are walking to the Eiffel Tower and we're hopefully going to go up it and see Paris at night and hopefully not like die on the way up because we're going to walk up the stairs halfway, I think. But yeah, the Eiffel Tower is there. Looking all beautiful and lit up. It is freezing, it is raining, but so far it's all good.
It's only just occurred to me how high it is.
Oh, I can see the lift.
And that's what I was watching.
Oh, I actually don't know how high it is. Oh my god, it's like never ending. The Eiffel Tower is right there. My hair looks fucking trash. So it turns out the last time they'll let you up the Eiffel Tower is at 9:30 at night. So we basically walked here, walked all the way around and couldn't even go up. Day 2, we tried to do the catacombs of Paris, but we didn't get there when it opened and there was an hour and a half queue and we just don't have time to queue today. So we're going to try and go later, but for now we came to Notre Dame Cathedral and it looks all cute and Christmassy, to be honest. There's statues and there's pigeons everywhere. We're running away from pigeons. Yeah, I'll show you guys.
Huh?
Turn it like that, you can. So you can see it behind me. I'm not sure if we're going to go in or not. If there's not a queue, we might. Forgot it's a Sunday. Not gonna lie, we're looking for Starbucks because it's necessary. but the road is so cute. We're practically locals now.
조금은 낯설지만 나 혼자 여기 왔어. 행복해 보이는 사람들 속에 있어. 거리를 걷고 맛있는 거 먹고 그러다 보면 하루가 지나가. 그런데 네가 없는 게 아직은 나에겐 조금 어색해. 언제나 그렇듯이 함께였는데 네가 너무 보고 싶어. 어디니 뭐하니 넌 잘 지내니 내 곁에 네가 없으니까 lonely lonely day. 들리니 보이니 내 마음이.
So we tried to go in an art gallery, but the queue was huge, like would have taken an hour probably. So we're not. We're trying to find our way back to our hotel to get ready for B.A.P. We have plenty of time, so we're not in a rush. But like Google Maps is a bitch and won't tell you which way you're facing. So we're trying to find our way, doing it this way. Okay, is this the right direction?
Yeah, I'm going off the Kimchi place.
We're lost. We're practically locals now. We're practically locals now. At least there's nice scenery while we're lost. So we finally made it to the Eiffel Tower. We couldn't do the catacombs this morning because it turns out that closed on Monday. I feel a little bit dead right now, but we have finally come to the Eiffel Tower and we're at the top. Well, we're on the second floor. Not being funny, but why there's so many stairs in the Louvre though. Like, I genuinely feel like I've just done a workout going up 2 flights of stairs, and there's a 3rd one. Cannot deal. Cannot deal. So that was Paris. I hope you enjoyed my vlog. It is my first time vlogging properly because I tried to do it in New York, epically failed, but for Paris I was determined to try and vlog properly for you guys. I have always wanted to go to Paris. We got a lot done, but we didn't get every single thing we wanted to do done. I couldn't film as much as I wanted to for you guys because it was raining like 75% of the time, and I have had a waterlogged camera before and it is not fun. Didn't want to repeat it. I'm just popping up now to tell you guys quickly about a few of the things that I couldn't film and that I didn't get to film, and to show you my little mini haul. We actually made it to a bookstore this time, you guys. We actually made it. Shakespeare & Co wasn't really what I was expecting, to be honest. I wasn't like, I knew it was a bookstore, but I wasn't sure, was it a used bookstore? Was it just French books? What was it? I am in love with that store now. I want to go there again. I want to go there many, many times. Anyway, my precious. The bag has a super cool quote on the back. I decided that I didn't want to get a book that I could pick up at home. I wanted to get a book that I would look at on my shelf and I'd be like, that's the one I got from Shakespeare & Co. So, after much debate, I decided I was going to be cliche and I was going to buy a Shakespeare book from Shakespeare & Co. because, you know, Shakespeare & Co. So I was looking at the shelves and I was trying to find, you know, a nice, pretty, interesting edition that I didn't already have, and that's when I spotted these. I have seen these online many a time and I have coveted them because I like the covers and I think they're cute. I ended up going for Romeo and Juliet because I liked the cover and it has that on the back. And the other one I decided to get was Macbeth. Yay, finally. So yeah, I picked those two and I kind of wish I got more now. What I didn't realise was that if you buy a book from Shakespeare & Co, they will stamp it for you. But I can see why everyone loves that store. It's such a cute little store. It's got a really kind of old-timey feel to it. It is crammed with books. As I mentioned in the vlog, we had a couple of little disappointments on this trip, and as for the Arc de Triomphe, we thought it was best to just stay away from there in general. Just stay away. Literally the entire time we were in Paris, we could hear police sirens constantly, in some areas more than others. As you saw in the video, we literally saw 3 convoys of police cars go past. Sirens blaring on the other side of the river when we were at the Eiffel Tower, and as we were walking back from the Eiffel Tower after we'd walked all the way around it to try and find the entrance and then found out it was closed, we were walking back to the metro and this little convoy of armoured riot vehicles went right past us too. And when we were up the Eiffel Tower on Monday, I could see one bridge that was like white with blue flashing lights. Apparently it was something to do with the president, but it was just like, you could just hear the sirens and you could see it, and it was just all these police cars everywhere. On Monday I did make a couple of other purchases. I bought some macaroons, but I have been back for like a week, nearly 2 weeks. They're gone. They're gone. They were eaten really fast. I am so weak for them. I bought some at the top of the Eiffel Tower. They didn't really have much of a selection, they just had a few flavours, but they had this really cute one with like a little Eiffel Tower in Paris on. And then I found this really nice little shop and I bought a tin with a load of different flavours inside, and then when I got home I couldn't remember which flavours were which, except for the green ones. I knew they were pistachio because I don't like pistachio. As for B.A.P's Paris show, unlike New York in the BTS incident, we made it back to our hotel in plenty of time. We got in there about 15 minutes before they were due on, and French barmen don't measure shots. They don't. It must have been at least a double, if not slightly over, but they were potent. To be perfectly 100% honest with you, and no offence to anyone, but I personally feel like B.A.P in Paris had such an epic crowd. They were so hyped. They were cheering, they were stamping the ground, they were doing the fan chant, they were singing along, and they literally made such a great atmosphere. Boys seem to really be enjoying themselves. They put on a really great show. Of course, Ali and I realised that the translator was going to translate what they were saying in French and not in English, so we were kind of standing there with no idea what was going on or what was being said, so we just kind of like laughed when everyone else laughed. Surprising absolutely no one, I did bawl my eyes out. I wasn't planning on it, don't get me wrong, I wasn't planning on it, but you know, they performed Goodbye and I just felt myself choke up and my eyes welled up and I ended up fully sobbing. And you know, they said their goodbyes and they went off and I was still fully sobbing. Shout out to the baby that came over, who had also been crying and was talking to me and trying to make me feel better about the fact that I was once again crying at a K-pop show. Sensing a theme here. As for London show, it was on the Tuesday. I will admit I wasn't entirely sure at one point in the afternoon if I was going to go. Everything was a struggle that day. I think I was just so bone tired and exhausted and I didn't feel well. I felt sick, I felt queasy, my hands were shaking, I was shaking, I couldn't even stand up to dry my hair, but I knew I would regret it if I didn't go, so I made myself go. The sound, let's just say that Daehyun came out for the first song and he looked pissed off within like 5 seconds. The sound, the backing track was really, really loud, to the extent that at some points you could hear Jungkook, who wasn't even there, like over Zello. That some of the mics were obviously turned down low. Daehyun asked for his to be turned up and then it was super loud. Some of them remained quite quiet, but the boys powered through and they gave a really great performance despite all of that. The show hit me in the feels. I cried again during the exact same song, but with the knowledge in my head that we were going to have to do group photos and meet them, I managed to get hold of myself and not fully ball like I did in Paris. Honestly, it was so rushed that the entire thing was like a blur, and like I was sick, I wasn't feeling well, I was tired, and I was so shook to actually be meeting them that I did not open my mouth and say anything to any of them, and they must have thought I was the rudest bitch ever. And I am praying that I was actually smiling, because if I wasn't, I would have been standing there like a resting bitch face, not saying anything. I awkwardly waved at him Chan a lot, like walking towards him. Awkward wave. After the photo. Awkward wave. I remember looking at him Chan and thinking he was a lot paler than I was expecting, but my god, photos do not do him justice. He is beautiful. He said hello, I'm fairly sure. Then Jungkook was next, and he's my bias wrecker, and I just kind of just stared, and he smiled and said hi, and I was like, he is obviously ridiculously good looking in person. I'm kind of frustrated with myself because I wanted to tell him how great the music video was, but obviously my voice decided not to cooperate. Next was Daehyun. Meeting Daehyun is fully etched into my brain. I remember looking up at Daehyun and he was staring straight at me, and as I looked up he was staring straight in my eyes. He smiled, his cute little smile, and he was like, thank you. I was just like, oh my fucking god. I distinctly remember my face moving into a smile for that, which makes me think I was resting bitch facing the others. But he literally stared straight into my soul. I think meeting Daehyun completely fried my brain, because I, for the life of me, cannot remember Youngjae. I know I would have actually looked at him, but my brain cannot conjure it up in my head or what he said to me. He either said hello or thank you. I'm guessing it was hello because that seemed to be what they were saying, but I feel really bad that I can't remember meeting Youngjae. I can't remember. I kind of half remember Zello, because he was the last one and he said thank you, I think. And you know, because it's me, that's when my voice decided to start working again, and I just said the dumbest thing you can ever imagine that he's probably heard a million fucking times. I'm just thankful he didn't punch me in the face for being a twat. But yeah, and then, you know, we took the group photo. It was an interesting experience, and that was it basically. I kind of awkwardly waved at him Chan again, and then we went home. Oh yeah, and because we were VVIP, we got a beanie hat. I actually really like this one because it's kind of understated, and you know, if you don't know who B.A.P are, you'll probably just assume it's a brand. So I'm actually quite impressed with the beanie hat. And we also got a poster, which is this one, signed by the boys. Signed. And I bought myself this because I've been trying to get hold of one of their light sticks for forever, and this was the only one they were selling, and I've given up any chance now of being able to get hold of the older one, so I settled for this newer one, and it has Forever with Baby's Europe tour written on it, and I thought it would be a nice little memento. I was gonna buy the photo card, the mysterious invisible photo card that they allegedly were selling, but it turns out they weren't. But either way, I had a really good time at both shows. I'm so glad I went to both. As much as I enjoyed the shows and as much as I loved them, it was kind of in the back of my mind that, like, you know, this is the last time seeing them. So it's kind of emotional as much as it was fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope my first vlog wasn't too bad. I hope I did at least a semi-decent job and it was watchable. I will link all of my social media down below so you can come and chat to me on Twitter. You can stalk my Paris photos on my Instagram. For more similar content, feel free to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next video.